So I'm sure by now most of you have heard the excitement from this year's dunk contest, but was it enough entertainment for the entire event? Let's go. This year, the NBA All-Star Weekend was held in Salt Lake City, Utah, and it's actually the 72nd All-Star Game. For those that may not be a fan of basketball, the NBA All-Star Weekend is comprised of 3 events, with Friday being the Celebrity Basketball Game, with Saturday night being the skills competition from the Skills Challenge to the 3-point shootout to the dunk contest. Then Sunday is the All-Star Game with the best players facing off. For this video, I'll show highlights from each event and then give you my brief thoughts right after. The format for my video this year is actually very similar to my last year's video from NBA All-Star Weekend 2022, and I actually went back and added chapters to that video. This way you could skip to different parts if you don't want to watch the video in its entirety. But let's get right to it. Here are some highlights from this year's Celebrity Game.
Oh, say it with your chest. DK, the dunking machine.
Go and play. We'll get a strategy later. Right now, we just want to hoop.
Okay.
This is everybody's shooting at the ruffle though. I don't. Janelle, we'll offense.
Oh man.
Janelle, we'll offense.
Dwayne's got some issues he's got to deal with on the court. Janelle Monáe.
Go, Francis.
It wasn't.
Okay. Should I referee? Should we referee?
Go ahead,
I'll
Rick.
come out here.
Look at you
Do I
guys.
have my whistle? We're going to referee a little bit. We're going to mess with these people. I don't know what I'm doing, but I've never known
Don't
what I'm
say
doing.
that.
So okay, I won't say that. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not calling nothing for you.
If you don't believe
You're
him,
my
here's-
guy.
If they touch me, you call it.
Okay, all right, here we go. We locked in.
You got
We're
Guillermo.
locked in.
Guillermo, don't worry. He's going to call all the fouls for you in your favor.
100%. Hey, D, I've
Richard.
never liked you, and you're about to find that out, D-Wade.
Guillermo's ready to go. Guillermo time. Dwayne Wade tonight.
Step back.
Jazz. Tucson. Oh! It's raining 3.
Oh,
Oh, and Ryan Smith just activated the Ruffles crunch time boost. Well, Richard doesn't blow the whistle, so it doesn't matter.
no. It's fine.
The other 2 will.
I like it when people
That's a
play.
pull-up right there.
This is 90s basketball.
Okay, big body.
Unlock a legend, Carlos Boozer.
You got shorts on under there, bro?
It's great coaching.
You got shorts on?
He's talking to you, Richard.
Let's go, RJ!
Let's go. Oh, Rich.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
NBA experiences trip for 2 to next year's NBA. 2 minutes to go. RJ. Oh, look at Rich. He's done. He's cooked. Minute to go. The Miz with a great catch on that pass. Guillermo. That is the most Guillermo thing that you will see tonight.
So fitting. So fitting.
Oh, that was no that was a
Why would
great
you
play.
do that, DK? Don't be like that.
2-for-1 situation.
Watch your head.
They took off.
They're calling for foul. Look at that. I mean, good hustle. That's only legal on YouTube.
Wow. Toussaint with the deep shot. Let's call it a pass. And 1.
Oh, my.
Enrique put the clamps on him.
Good pass.
Showtime for DK.
Hey.
Watch this.
That's not travel, but okay.
Walls. Oh boy. DK Metcalf and it's room service the other way, getting his steps down. Oh, wow.
Give me your own ones, RJ. Give me your own ones.
In front of company.
Dang.
Let's see.
Are you kidding me?
Fat Joe dropped the mic and he's celebrating at midcourt.
Are you serious?
Did they count it?
Wait a minute.
Fat Joe, while over here, brought his team back from the brink of defeat. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, the NBA Finals MVP, waving it off there.
Lisa's doing the opposite way.
Lisa Leslie wanted it to count. They lobbied the officials, and Giannis ended up winning the debate, taking his ball and going home. Yeah, it's over.
So you might have noticed from the footage, but this year was Team Dwayne Wade of the Miami Heat versus Team Ryan Smith, who's the owner of the Utah Jazz. First of all, I had to do research on this guy, Ryan Smith, because he just looks so damn young to be an owner of a basketball team. But from my research, apparently he's one of those tech billionaires. I was personally going for Team Dwayne since I liked his roster compared to Team Ryan. And overall, I think this year I knew about more celebrities compared to last year's game. They installed a new feature this year called the Ruffles Crunch Time button, which allows the coaches to push this button throughout the game, which allows both teams to double their points for a 2-minute duration. And it was funny because when Dwayne Wade first used this button, he called a timeout right after, and he completely missed that whole point of it and the opportunity to double his team points, and he kind of just let that opportunity go to waste. And another person who looked like they didn't know what they were doing was Janelle Monáe, because when her team was on offense, she kept getting in the way of the guy with the ball on her team, and all you heard was Dwayne Wade screaming from the sideline, "We're on offense, we're on offense, Janelle." And Guillermo Rodriguez, who you might know from the late night talk show with Jimmy Kimmel, looked like he knew how to play. However, when he threw up that shot and the ball got stuck in the rim, it was just so fitting for him for some reason. It was just so funny to see that happen to him specifically. And I think because if you know him, if you watch the late night talk show, he's just so funny to be around. And this year was even more fun because each quarter had a new bonus edition, whether one quarter would be having 6-on-6, or play with a legend such as Carlos Boozer or Richard Jefferson. And Richard Jefferson has always been a nice stand-up guy, but also very funny if you didn't know. And in this event alone, he went from a commentator to a referee to a damn player on the court. But if you remember, he was a beast on the nets, so don't let his comedy fool you. Another beast on the court was NFL football player DK Metcalf, who won MVP with 20 points and 10 rebounds. But apparently now the NFL wants to drug test him because of his athletic ability on the basketball court. And that's just ridiculous because an athlete is an athlete regardless of the sport. It's just each sport requires a different skill set, which he obviously has. As for his jumping ability, I'm not surprised since the guy is huge. And as you saw, Team Dwayne won, but barely, because that ending had me worried. I really thought they lost at first because they were slacking towards the end with the final few seconds remaining. I mean, you got Coach Dwayne over here talking, not even paying attention. Next thing you know, The Miz, who's a wrestler, gets the ball from half court out of nowhere with a few seconds left, chucks it up, and it goes in. I'm watching it live like, hold up, rewind it back. Did that count? And as you saw from the replay, it obviously didn't count, although they should have counted it because it's just for fun and games for this game. And I just thought that was a crazy ending and worth watching. Definitely entertaining nonetheless, but let's check out some of the highlights from the skill challenges on Saturday.
And now we have Jaden Ivey from the Detroit Pistons.
By the way, they're beating Milwaukee easy.
Yeah, nice.
They're beating Milwaukee easy. I mean, Antetokounmpo.
Oh, are they?
They are. He just got to throw this up there.
And go. Yeah,
that's it.
Look at this.
Absolutely. Hey.
Yeah, Sexton is nailing all of his.
It's got to be a bounce pass calling in the middle. JC ain't made a bounce pass here yet.
Jordan Clark.
They just need a heave. All right, there it is.
That's Thanasis. And here's the baby Alex.
He needed it. It's warm. He got 13 already.
Halliburton is an all-star.
Two-starry ring.
Yep.
Two-starry ring.
Boom.
And he still has his money rack left, people. Does he get 30?
I hope so.
Does he get 30?
I want the
big shot. Big shot. I want them giving out money. Come on. Oh, we needed that one. Okay, we still got a chance.
Yeah, see how he's taking his time?
We got a chance.
Look how he's taking his time.
One more. We need it.
There it is.
31.
300.
Let's go.
It's this side of the court.
Basket.
Got it.
Yeah. So that's 6 points alone from the starry range. This is his money rack. He's got to make up right here. Here he goes.
25 is the one to beat.
Oh, all right. 21. Some pressure here now. Here we go. Pressure here. Here we go. 23. Need the money ball. He need the money ball.
Yeah, that's what I think that was on purpose. What is this? Someone's taking the ball. Oh!
I'm worried about the guy holding the other guy. At some point, he gonna go down. Oh, that's a 50. That's a 50.
Well, I got to see it in slow motion. I'm not refereeing the basketball. If you hit the glass,
come on, Kenny. That's one.
There you go. That's it. That was it. Nice. That was it.
Including us. Oh my God. Okay. Hey, what's up, Kenny?
And a reverse. The star of stars tonight. This guy, the kick it, twisted, 360.
No. Let's hear it, Kenny. Let's hear it. Go ahead and hate.
Welcome to the NBA.
Nice.
But look
Aaron
at this.
Gordon. I mean, he couldn't beat Zach. Now, Zach was crazy, but Aaron Gordon was incredible.
But sometimes consistent, because no one has thrown an alley-oop and caught it.
Oh, here comes McClung.
Oh, yes, Hezzy.
Gosh.
That's a Hezzy. That's called a Hezzy dunk. Don't be worried, because watch, when he catches it, the pump, then freeze it again and pump it again.
High school jersey.
Yeah.
High school
jersey.
This is the high school that he played for, that he
Gate
broke
City.
the Iverson and the J.J. Redick records in the state of Virginia. Here he goes.
And he's putting on the handle. Ladies and gentlemen, it is over, ladies and gentlemen. It is a wrap. Go, young fella, go. You have won me over, Matt.
I'm going to say this. Matt
Was that a
McClung.
720?
Matt McClung has saved the dunk contest.
Wait, let me see.
2 years straight.
That's a 720. That's almost a
Oh, my
720.
goodness.
Wow. That's a 360.
A G Leaguer has saved. He has saved the dunk contest.
He almost did the 720, but he stopped at the reverse.
Now, the skills challenge required a relay obstacle, passing, and shooting drills with 3 teams, one being the Antetokounmpo brothers, others being the rookies, and the third being the local team of the Utah Jazz. Not really much to say for these challenges since there weren't any new changes, but I am happy the local team, the Utah Jazz, won. And Damian Lillard won the 3-point competition, which I'm not surprised since he's always been a great shooter. However, I didn't realize that since he won this competition, that he's actually the first player in Portland Trail Blazers franchise history to win a 3-point competition. But the dunk contest is what really made this weekend something to talk about. Before we get to the winner of the dunk contest, which was Mac McClung, I just want to give a shout out to the other contestants of the dunk contest because all of them overall did put way more effort into this year's contest compared to last year's trash performance. Last year they just had no energy, no enthusiasm, and just no preparation because they just missed so many dunks. This year the contestants were way more creative and prepared, making most of their dunks on the first try, bringing that excitement for the fans. Kenyon Martin Jr. did a dunk with his father, Kenyon Martin, who was also a good player in the league from when I was growing up, so I just thought that was very cool and special since I've never seen that before. But now for the main dude, the main guy who many would say saved the dunk contest. But I wouldn't go that far since the other dunkers did show up to compete. If they were trash compared to his performance, then absolutely, but what Mac McClung did save was his career. I've known about him since following him on social media back in high school from when he was dunking like this. Mac McClung went undrafted in 2021, but in 2022 last year he got G League Rookie of the Year, and the G League is the developmental league for players trying to get into the NBA. I think he's been deserving of a spot on the NBA roster, and hopefully after winning the dunk contest, team executives realize this and give him a serious chance. He's also the first player in the G League to participate in an NBA All-Star Weekend, which I'm happy to see the flexibility they're starting to show for the All-Star Weekend. That night alone, he already made close to what he made in his entire basketball career so far, which is around $100,000. Plus, with the help of his performance, it brought in a record-breaking video views over 500 million for All-Star Saturday night. And I just realized him and Brent Barry from 1996 are the only 2 white guys to win a dunk contest, but I honestly thought Mac McClung was the first since that was so long ago. But part of the reason why he deserved 3 50-point scores is because he made those dunks on the first try. That plus creativity is what gets you points from the judges. Along with him, there are also only 8 NBA players in history that also scored 3 50-point perfect scores in a single competition. Can you guess who they are? Here we go.
Now we will wait for the judges.
Michael Jordan score 50.
They gave him a 50. They gave Jordan a 50. He defends his chance.
It's Carter. This is unheard of. Another look.
Hey, Danny.
Hey, Kenny, he's got 3.
That's it. Okay.
That's a great dunk. That's a great dunk.
That's still pretty impressive.
Yes.
Oh, my
That was my pick.
Man.
This was my pick,
Hey,
Kenny.
to time it when he's coming and the rotation to grab it out.
That mascot.
That's what
What he needs to do is just make a dunk and he's in.
360. He's going 360. I've seen something I've never seen before. And he's right. We go. Okay. That was sweet. Okay. The respect, the height, everything. You can attend. Oh. Lurch 360. Lurch 360.
Through the legs? Did he go through the legs?
Now through the legs and a tomahawk slam with a high-flying Derrick Jones Jr.
So before we wrap this up, here are a few more highlights from this year's All-Star game.
Commitments back home watching Bronny and Sierra Canyon play.
Kyrie Irving of the Dallas Mavericks now gives it up to LeBron James, who rips the cords to get us going. Jokic with the offensive board. James, okay. LeBron to himself. Okay. Defensive moment of the day. Tatum will do the same. John Morant. Yeah. They're really coming on strong from the global game. LeBron on each other. Okay.
Now for Siakam.
Representing the Raptors is LeBron.
In a second, scored 71 earlier this season.
Oh my goodness. But he is out of the game, and this is why LeBron will not return. He racked the finger on that block
on Siakam. Look at that. Poor rim. Not finger, poor rim.
They've got home court in the playoffs if it should stay that way. With
no, don't toy with him, Tatum.
Games or
don't
so.
toy with him.
Tatum. Finding Tatum. All eyes on him. Jason Tatum is having some kind of all-star third quarter here. Team Giannis up 10 now.
Listen, he thought about it. He thought about it. Was like, nah.
Tatum, wow. Half. They're up 14 right now. Whoa, just add to it. Make it upset. Remember, it was Tatum who broke Brown's face, that facial fracture. It's friendly fire. Brown for three. Oh,
look at Tatum.
Too small.
Too little. Too little.
One-on-one. There you go, Jason Tatum. A little redemption. Even the new shoes go out of bounds. Brown on Tatum. Jaylen Brown. Oh,
yes.
Reggie, this is interesting.
Hometown Jazz for the win. No.
Oh, let's go.
Lillard. Mitchell kept it alive. Lillard for the win.
Yeah,
there you go. That's
it.
the guy you want taking the shot to win it.
This year, once again, we had Team LeBron versus Team Giannis. But what's interesting and fun about this year is that before the game, we had the first live draft class, meaning the players had no idea what team they were playing on until they were picked. So it was just so fun to watch to see who landed where. It made it feel like a pickup game, like at the park or the gym, not knowing how you'll play with a player. I'm gonna keep saying it. I do miss the East versus West setup they had back in 2018, which was the last time they had that format. And ever since then, LeBron has had a 5-0 record, which is not surprising. And if you guys don't know, he already broke another record, with this one being the All-Star game. He's played in 19 NBA All-Star games, which is now a broken record. So, I mean, this guy, he's done broke every record at this point, right? Let's just give him his props. But also, let's give our props to Candace Parker, because she's actually the first woman to commentate an NBA All-Star game. This year, I can't really show love to the jerseys, if I'm being honest with you. It was just kind of simple, kind of boring. The colors were okay, but just not enough for me. And I also didn't care this much for this year's lead musical performances with Post Malone and Burna Boy. But Team Giannis won this year with Jason Tatum getting MVP for the Kobe Bryant Trophy. And he also set an All-Star game record with 55 points. But shout out again to LeBron, because he is getting up there in age, but when he was playing in the game, he was going hard, so I respect him for that. And I do think that's a good thing for the league when players do try to play hard. But with LeBron, right, I think he was the first person to kind of create this whole load management idea, and now these other superstars are kind of following in that footsteps. And it shows this year, because when you think about it, I don't follow the league as much as others or as much as I used to, but as I'm watching the All-Star Weekend, I'm like, hold up, like, we're missing so many superstars. Where the hell are they? I mean, you may have noticed, but this year there was no Steph Curry, Trae Young, LaMelo Ball, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Zion Williamson, or Kawhi Leonard. Load management is a problem for the league, because some fans might only have one opportunity to watch their favorite player play. So if they're not even playing that night when they could play, even if they're at 80%, it's just kind of disappointing. And on top of this, which is so obvious, is that there is no defense played in the All-Star game anymore. And it's just so hard to watch. This year probably has to be one of the worst games ever played in an All-Star performance, because you could tell the players are not taking it serious, they're not putting in any effort, and it's almost a shame to watch. Because you know damn well behind the scenes, these guys are playing way harder at practice or in a pickup game, and you could argue that this is the middle of the season, maybe they don't want to risk getting injured, But when you're an athlete, you just want to perform hard at all costs. You would think that they would take more pride in this opportunity because it's one game out of the entire year where they have that rare opportunity to play with the best of the best for themselves and for the fans. I really hope they turn this around because at this point, the celebrity game is more exciting to watch than the All-Star game. I'm telling you, you saw from the highlights this year, the celebrity game and the slam dunk contest were way more entertaining than the actual game on Sunday. So to wrap things up, compared to last year, the dunk contest was way worse with a major improvement with the help of Mac McClung this year. The celebrity game was just as fun, but the All-Star game this year fell off due to the lack of defense which we expect, but also numerous superstars are either injured or using the load management excuse not to play. I also thought the introduction of presenting the team rosters live was a fun new addition for the fans, but overall the entire weekend was the same good vibes as usual.
Billy, listen to me. What? White men can't jump.
So what did you think of this year's NBA All-Star Weekend events? Out of the three, which one was your favorite? Let me know down in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, then consider liking and subscribing if you're new to the channel. This way you can stay up to date with more fun reviews uploaded weekly. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.